Hello guys, my name is Minka. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button if you want to see vlogs, stuttering support videos, and mukbangs. And there you can see in the back is my cat. Her name, over there, her name is Betsy. So today I just wanted to, in this live stream, I just really wanted to talk about stuttering and shame. Like stuttering, shame, being embarrassed about things, you know. I'm just gonna wait a little bit until people start showing up. Okay. Mustafa Sharp says hi. Hi guys, hi. Hi. So I just also wanted to say that if you guys have any questions or anything, or if you guys want to discuss anything, please leave it down in the chat box below, or if you're watching the replay, please leave it down in the comments below. I just wanted to take this time just to, in this live stream, just to really discuss feeling shameful, being embarrassed about your stuttering, or honestly just being embarrassed about anything at all. I know for me, especially when I was in the military, I was constantly embarrassed about my stuttering. I was constantly embarrassed about just, I mean, anything really that I was self-conscious about. But my stuttering, it was honestly, it was very hard, especially when you have to talk to a lot of people that are of a higher rank than you. It can really make you extremely nervous. And I was constantly stressed. I was constantly feeling shameful. I was constantly feeling like I wasn't really worth much, you know. So Laura Crispy says hello. Hi. I have my tea here, and it has molasses syrup in it. It's actually really, really good. So yeah, so I just think it's so important to talk about, because there's not really too much on being embarrassed or feeling ashamed of stuttering. And it's not something that you should feel ashamed for, you know. Like we all have something. Even if it's not stuttering, then we would have something else that we would feel ashamed about, that we would feel guilty about. And I use my hands a lot, so when I'm talking, I'm just going to be using my hands everywhere. Laura Crispy says, sometimes I think my stutter is caused by trauma. Yeah, I mean, stuttering can also be caused by trauma. That's actually a very true thing. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was, if you've ever seen the movie the King's Speech, the king in there, I think he started stuttering from trauma when he was young. I think it was his nanny, I believe. She would like pick on him, or she would favorite his little brother, which caused him to stutter and just to kind of feel shameful about himself. Laura Crispy says, the more I come out of my shell, the less importance my stutter has, because people get to know me. Yeah, I think that's I think that's so important too. Like, you know, to not just stay in your own little cocoon. And I think it's like, I know for myself, I have a lot of trouble with that, you know, like I'm just very shy and everything. But I actually made a video about this today, which I'll be releasing soon, about how important it is to not constantly think about stuttering. And Laura, what you said is exactly right. Like the less you focus on your stuttering, I believe that the less you focus on your stuttering, that the less you will stutter, and the better you will feel about yourself too. So I think that's awesome. Yun Fokersma says, I thought I saw a pussycat. Yep, she's there in the back. They're in the back. Jordan Hawkier says, I was shameful because people that don't stutter find speaking so easy or simple, so I didn't feel human at times. Yeah, and I think that's one thing too, is, you know, you really do feel like you have a massive issue with yourself. You know, you won't, like, you can almost feel like a different creature. Like what you were saying, Jordan, is completely right. And it's funny too, because depending on like whether someone can make us feel shameful about stuttering, you know, some may do, some may not intentionally do it, but it can just, we can just get this, like, this feeling inside, you know, even if no one is trying to make us feel bad about stuttering, we can just, it's really hard to explain if you don't stutter, but like you can just feel so different in not a good way. You had better take that dartboard box with you. We'll see. Because people that don't sit find speaking to the usual. Yeah, and that's one thing too, is like when you go through life, you become, when you go through life and you stutter, you can become very almost fascinated by watching others talk. And I know for myself, I almost became obsessed with like watching other people speak, because I would look at them and I'd be like, wow, like you speak so beautifully, you know, like you don't have, yeah, like I was like, how, you know, like you just look at someone else's mouth and you're just like, how? So that was always a huge thing for me, was just you know, or I mean, and still is just like, is this feeling just so different, which can again make you feel like crap, you know? So, and again, it's not necessarily the, you know, person's fault or anything, but like, I mean, it's not anyone's fault if they are trying to make you feel shameful, unless they specifically are trying to make you feel shameful, if that makes any sense. But usually a person speaking to you, they're not trying to make you feel bad about your stuttering, but you will still feel bad about it. Did you ever try Okay, so certain words I'm not going to say on here, because YouTube has been doing this new thing where they flag your videos if you say certain words. So if there's certain words on here that I know I'm not supposed to be saying, then I'm not going to say it. But yes, I have tried some of those, and actually some of those actually have had an effect on my stuttering, but only for temporary reasons. But those are not reasons why you would want to, you know, do those things. Okay, but I think alcohol I can't say, but other words you can't. But yeah, actually I made a video on being drunk and stuttering and the effect that it can have on your stutter. So if you check that out, and I actually talk about that. So I think it's called Getting Drunk and Stuttering, and I basically talk all about that. Azizal the Fallen Angel says, hello, I have one question. How do you stay in shape like your look? Honestly, the funny thing is, I mean, I do like to work out. I do like to do yoga, but I honestly, I eat whatever I want to, but I eat intuitively, meaning I don't diet or anything. I don't do anything like that. So like if I feel like having like 3 pieces of cake, and like I will have 3 pieces of cake within like I'll be full for a long time. So I just pretty much eat what I feel like, and my body just responds very well to it. So that's honestly it. Yeah, which is weird though, because I haven't really worked out in like 2 months, but it's just I guess, you know, it has to do with your bones too. Like I'm also small. I'm also smaller boned as well. So it just depends on multiple things. Taylor Mert says, "What do you think about the depiction of stuttering in media fiction? I usually see it used comedically, and that seems damaging. But I wanted to know your opinion. Thanks." Oh yeah, so I do know exactly what you mean. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know, Taylor, if you've ever heard of the movie called A Fish. I think it's called A Fish Called Wanda. But that movie there's a character in there, and he actually does make fun of stuttering. And I will honestly say that I personally do think it is funny. I don't mind. Like my husband, for instance, like he'll make fun of my stuttering, but in a very funny way, and I actually love it. So for me, it depends who is making fun of it. But I would say in media, I don't. I mean, I don't think it's right to make fun of stuttering in media. I don't think it's right at all, honestly. But I mean, as someone who does stutter, I will say that I do laugh at others stuttering at times if I'm watching it on TV, because I know when I hear myself stutter, I do think it is funny, you know? So I don't think that, I don't think it's a good thing, but I don't really mind it either too. However, I do think that it can be a bad thing if it's being constantly a person who stutters being portrayed as being dumb. Then I think that's a very bad thing. Like if a person who stutters is being portrayed in a movie as a dumb person, then I think that's bad. Jordan Hockier says, "I think most people just thought that I was the shy or the weird kid or the quiet one, but they didn't see the full impact, which is such a struggle for us." Yeah, it's funny because like you, I've always been the very shy kid, Jordan too, like just like really awkward, like really shy, really different, really weird. Like that was me in school. Like I was that kid that was really quiet, like, you know, just yeah, just a really quiet person. So I know exactly what you mean. And it's funny because like I like I was never like a popular person either. I just kept to myself pretty much. So I know exactly what you mean. And it is a struggle because I always felt like if I didn't stutter, then I would have been like a more outgoing person, you know. But then again, my personality is not super outgoing. However, when I'm with my husband or when I'm with my family or I'm in a comfortable situation, then I am extremely outgoing. I'm very loud, actually. So, but I think that is very, very difficult, especially in school situations as you're growing up, especially when you're a kid. You know, when you're a kid stuttering, that can be terrible. You know, especially when you're trying to make friends, and you know, as a kid, you want to fit in too and everything. So then when you have this, you know, when you're stuttering, it's very, very hard. Trying to scoot over here. Suraj S. Kumar says, "Stuttering sucks. That's it. Going to end up this life soon." I'm not saying certain words because I don't want this video to get flagged. But stuttering does suck, but please know that you're not alone. Like, please honestly know that you're not alone. That's why I have this YouTube channel, so that people out there who stutter know that they are not alone. I think that's so important. So please know that there is support out there. There are Facebook groups too. I'll put links in the description below. That there are links. Whoops. That there are that there is support for you. I'm just changing the title of my live stream because I just realized it had the title for my last live stream. Really sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, there we go. But okay, I asked this before, but when will your family be here? My family will be here tomorrow. Azaz the Fallen Angel says, you should listen to the artist called The Weeknd. Listen to 4 songs called 1, Reminder 2, Sidewalk 3, Tell Your Parents, and 4, Earned It. Oh, I've heard, I don't think I've heard any of those except the song Earned It, but I love that song so much. I love that song. Yes, that's a really good song. He is better than Michael Jackson. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I like Michael Jackson songs, but the Weeknd is pretty good too. So honestly, like for me, I'm not like I don't love like specific bands. I just love like songs from certain bands, honestly. So one thing I just wanted to also talk about is when I was in the military, especially, I had a lot of embarrassing experiences. You know, I'm going to be making some more videos on this as well about, you know, the different embarrassing experiences that I did have while I was in. And actually, I might do a live stream on that. I'm not really sure. So about different embarrassing stories I have. Jordan Hakier says, what are you doing for International Stuttering Day? I am honestly not sure yet. So I have no plans as of yet. How about you? Siraj S. Kumar says, have you tried any... No, I haven't tried anything that can change my stuttering. No. International Stuttering Awareness Day. Coastal World says, the stuttering and anxiety video reminder is literally stuck in my notifications. Is there anything you can do to fix it? No, honestly, I can. That's on your end. I have no idea. So you're the only person that has told me about that. So I honestly don't know. It could be a glitch. I honestly don't know. Roshan Kumar says, when I talk normally, I don't stutter. But when I give presentations in class, I stutter a little bit. Is this common among all stutters? It is honestly everyone stutters differently, so I wouldn't say it's exactly common, but you know, like you might have it where you just stutter when you present, so you may not. You may not be someone who like really does stutter. I mean, you might, but it sounds like you only really stutter when you speak in front of a group, like when you do public speaking. So honestly, yes, it is normal. So I mean, I don't know if that could just be the way that your voice is, honestly. So, what's your favorite drink and how often do you get wrong? Almost never, actually. I don't really drink, honestly. I mean, like once in a while, but hardly ever. I went to delete my YouTube app. Okay. Jordan Hakier says, I'm going to do a video on why we still need Stuttering Awareness Day. It's crazy that we are in 2017 and people still don't get it. Yeah, it's just, I know what you mean. It's hard because the whole thing about stuttering is it's not really, you know, it's not really like a commonly like taught thing, you know. It's not like, you know, you don't really learn about it in schools too much. So that's the issue with that is, you know, with stuttering awareness is, you know, it's not really looked at as a specific holiday, you know. It's because no one really knows the psychological impact it has on a person. And I know I talk about this a lot in so many of my videos, but people don't understand the psychological impact that it has. So they just think it's just like a voice issue that you can just fix with speech therapy, which is not the case at all. Miss Sunshine says, hey Minka, hi. Azaz the Fallen Angel says, you should get up more often. Nah, I'm good. I don't feel good afterwards, so I like what I do in my life. I mean, I just don't feel the need to do that, so honestly. Oh, do you have a specific belief you believe in? Kind of, not really. I mean, I'm just a very open-minded person. I'm very open to most all beliefs as long as they don't condone anything bad. So I was pouring the molasses syrup in my tea and it like spilled all on the sides. It's really depressing. But I just think the issue, I think one of the issues of feeling shame too, though, is because like when you're not really surrounding yourself by others who do stutter, it can make you feel really different and alone, which can then make you feel shameful about your voice and, you know, like you're of no worth. And I think that's a massive, massive issue. What's your favorite animal? That's probably going to be a hard question for you. Yes, Jordan, it is. I will say, so my favorite animal used to be a buffalo, but I'm leaning towards a bunny or a cat now. I want to say bunny, but my bunny just died, so I love bunnies so much. But I don't know, possibly, I don't know, I love dogs too. I have to say bunnies, cats, and dogs. I really can't choose one, honestly. So, Miss Sunshine says, I think it helps so much to talk openly about stuttering. I've been receiving so much support, and I'm really grateful. Yes, honestly, that is one thing that has helped me so much. Is like when I do talk openly about my stuttering, no matter who it is to, it really always does help me. I will say though, sometimes when I am open about my stutter, sometimes I will stutter more. But honestly, it's fine because I don't have that anxiety and I don't have that nervousness anymore. It just kind of goes away, which is such a real. It's a really nice feeling. Suraj S. Kumar says, "Can I have suggestions for the seminar on next Monday? It would be nice if you give me some. Thanks in advance, Sissy." I'm not really sure what seminar you mean, so I can't really say. Jordan says my favorite animal is elephants, especially baby elephants. They are just adorable. They are very cute. Yes, elephants are actually very, very cute. That's very true. Roshan Kumar says, can nervousness be the cause of stuttering? I have noticed that when I give presentations, I get very nervous. I wouldn't say, I don't know if like nervousness per se. Yes, being nervous can cause stuttering in a person who does not stutter. So yes, nervousness can cause a person to stutter, but for a person who specifically for a person who stutters on a regular basis, even when they are not nervous, the nervousness can just make it worse. So being nervous can just make the stuttering worse. So regardless of how much you stutter or not, I will say though, like sometimes when I would give presentations, sometimes I wouldn't really stutter that much. I would stand in front of the class and I would tell the class that I stuttered. I would usually do that beforehand, so it would make them feel less nervous and it would make me feel less nervous, and it would just calm everything down a bit. But I would, like, sometimes I would stutter less. So I don't know if nervousness can make you stutter, but I wouldn't say it causes stuttering. Azazel the Fallen Angel says, I studied cultural anthropology and religious studies for 3 years. If you seek truth, Google the Arabic translated Bible. This is the most accurate Bible in the world. Oh, nice. Cool. I'm actually studying global history and religious studies. So, Jordan Hawkier says stammering can cause nervous, but it's not the other way around. Yeah, like the cause of stuttering is not being nervous, even though you can stutter when you are nervous, if that makes sense. Just me humming, guys. I was born Jewish, but now a convert to Christianity. Google this. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll check it out. Magic Dope finally catch up with this live stream. Damn girl, or oops. I'm not really supposed. YouTube doesn't want us to cuss in these videos. Girl, how are you doing? I am doing really well, thank you. How are you doing? I just want to let you know, guys, by the way, it's like sometimes when I do these live streams, I don't plan them, but like sometimes I'll just do them on the spur of the moment, but many of them I do plan ahead too. So when like this one I did plan ahead. So if you follow me on my Instagram account and if you follow my Facebook page on Facebook, then I usually, not all the time, but usually, like if it's planned, if it's a planned live stream, then I will announce on Instagram, on my Instagram and my Facebook page when I will do the live stream. And then other live streams, if I just feel like doing one, then I'll just randomly do them. But I'm trying to get on a more specific schedule with my videos because life has been pretty crazy the past 6 months. So once I get more organized, I'll be able to schedule everything. So. Are you Dutch? I am actually half Dutch, yes. I am 50% Dutch, and I was born in the U.S., and then I moved to the Netherlands when I was very young. Then my parents moved back to the States, and I was raised in the States, and now I am living in the Netherlands right now, and I'm moving back to the States next week, or in a week and a half. So if you are just joining in this live stream, today we're talking about feeling shame and embarrassment regarding stuttering. I really wanted to talk about this topic because I feel like it's not a topic that we talk about enough. You're a handsome one thank you. But yeah, so I know that when I feel embarrassed about stuttering too, for me that's a big thing because like when I get very embarrassed, my face turns really red, And it does not take much for my face to turn red. Oh my gosh, like I blush really easily. So if I'm talking to someone, for instance, and I just like start stuttering or whatever, holy crap, my face blushes so much. It's crazy. So. And also too, if you guys have any other topics that you would like to discuss in a live stream or in a video, please also let me know if you're watching the replay in the comments below, or right now if you're watching this live in the chat box below, because I like talking about different topics of stuttering or really anything, whether it has to do with confidence or anything at all. So. It's funny, you can see Betsy there staring at me. She's so funny. Jordan Hawkier says, I can remember getting onto a bus and stammering, and because I was so ashamed about it, I couldn't lift my head up to look at everyone on the bus. I was so embarrassed. Yeah, that's really, it's very, very sad, you know? And it's something that we really do struggle with, because especially when you have experiences like that as a kid, it can really be so hurtful to you. It can be very hurtful in regards to, like, you know, making friends or whatever, because, you know, you don't want anyone to look at you, basically. So then, yeah, it's a very, very, very sad thing, honestly, you know? It's just a thing. It can just lower your confidence and self-esteem so much, and that's why it's very, very sad. But it's good to know that you're not alone, because when I was in school too, I had those experiences so much. Like when I was standing in front of the class or whatever, and I had to speak in front of the class or do public speaking, I was so nervous. I was just so stressed out, and it was a terrible situation, really. You know, it's just I was just constantly just constantly stressed, you know. So I know what you mean, honestly. Especially too when you're in school, like kids can be so mean, you know, like kids, young kids like that, they really do not understand, you know, like they really don't understand. But I think one thing too is that the whole thing about feeling shameful about the whole thing about feeling shameful about stuttering too, though, is that it's something that can just like really hit your core, you know. It can just really hurt you inside, just make me feel just so inadequate about yourself. Are you looking forward to Stranger Things season 2? Yes, I am. Yes, I watched the first season last year. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I am really excited for it to come out. Yes, I am, for sure. Magic Dope says, where are you from? So that's a big question. So I am from Washington State in the USA, and I am half American and half Dutch, and I'm also Russian as well. Adam Anthony says, stuttering used to rule my life, but now I'm outgoing, the life of whatever friend group I'm in, and I have an amazing girlfriend who also stutters. So don't be ashamed. Yes, see, that is so nice to hear, you know, just it's so nice to know that, like, you know, it's so important to try and look past your stuttering and just try to just live your life not caring, because like if you don't care about your stutter, then no one else really will. That does depend though. I mean, you know, there's some people out there who are just really mean, and even if you don't care about your stuttering, they'll still like make fun of you or pick on you. But that's really awesome to hear, Adam. It gets better, people. Yeah, that was one thing. Like when I like I still like right now. I'm a very shy person, so I get so social anxiety and all that type of thing really badly. But I also try to live my life as best as I possibly can, regardless of my stuttering or not. Though it can be hard at times. Also, to see your videos, I just stumbled across them. Nice to know other people understand. LOL. Yeah, like you're definitely not alone, and I mention this a lot, but that's a huge reason why I started this YouTube channel, was because I wanted others to know that you can stutter and you can make YouTube videos, and you don't have to be embarrassed about it. You know, you can just do your thing, and just to know that you're not the only one out there. You know, so. You know, yeah. So I'm going to be on here for about 20 more minutes, guys. So if you have any questions or anything, then just let me know in the chat box below. What I like to do about these, like with these live streams, is like there's a main topic that I like to talk about. Like in this live stream, it's feeling shame and embarrassment regarding stuttering. But then, you know, if you guys want to ask me any questions, and that's completely fine too. So. Did something happen to make you finally decide to make a channel, or was it spontaneous? No, I mean, I really liked to watch YouTube videos, and I thought, well, you know, like, why don't I just try and make YouTube videos? Because I thought the idea sounded like fun. And I was very hesitant at first, because like, oh my gosh, no one's going to watch him. Like, I stutter, so no one's going to watch him, which is, you know, that way of thinking is if I would have kept thinking that, I would have never had this channel now if I had kept that way of thinking. But no, I really wanted to make more. I wanted to make videos about stuttering, and I didn't see many at the time. That was June of 2016, so not too long ago. I couldn't find too many videos on stuttering, and I probably only knew like one or two YouTubers who did stutter. So I thought, might as well make videos. I really wanted to show the world that you can still make videos when you do stutter and not worry about it, about stuttering. I'm really sorry if the connection's really bad right now. Sometimes it gets like that where I live. Okay. Newman Khan says, hi Minka, hello. Jordan Hockey says, I was thinking about doing a live chat. Do you have any tips? Okay, well, first of all, awesome. And any tips is just, I guess one mistake I made when I was first doing live streaming like 8 months ago is I would just like pretty much sit here and like not have anything to talk about. So I just pretty much have like a specific topic. Like if you're doing a live stream, have like a specific topic that you want to talk about, and then like your viewers can ask you questions, or you can like talk about whatever you want to. But I guess having a specific topic would be good. And have some water with you, because you do a lot of, you'll be doing a lot of talking as well. So Adam Anthony says, are you a Walking Dead fan? Actually, not really. I don't really care about that show too much. If this is freezing, I'm really sorry. The connection's not that great. So, Miss Sunshine says, anxiety and shame have been a huge part of my life. My parents have always been embarrassed about my stutter. I'm 17 now and I still have bad days, but I'm so much more confident and stronger now. First of all, I'm really sorry that your parents are embarrassed about your stuttering. That's very, very sad. That must have been really, really hard growing up. I mean, I don't know what I would have done. That would have been really sad. But you're honestly you're very strong though, to be able to, you know, you're very strong to have to deal with that with parents who aren't really supportive. But that's awesome to hear that you're really confident and really, really, really strong now. So it's awesome. Taylor Merch says, about being ashamed about stuttering, how much do you think is just internal and how much actually comes from society, e.g. unkind people shaming you? I think a lot of it for me is, I mean, for me specifically, everyone has their own experiences, but for me specifically, a lot of it was just my own self being ashamed about it, you know? I guess when I was dating, I guess sometimes I would feel a little ashamed if, you know, like the person I was dating, if they, you know, if they like were embarrassed about my stuttering, because there were a few times, I think there were a few guys who were, you know, might have been a little bit embarrassed about it, but it's fine. That's why I'm not with them. So, but I do think a lot of it comes from society too. Then depending on how much you're bullied or made fun of. I wasn't really bullied too much, honestly. So I guess I was a bit lucky with that. I was not really picked on with my stuttering. So a lot of the shame for me was more inside. I did have teachers and students laugh at me a bit, but again, I was not really like bullied for it, honestly. So I guess it can go both ways. When I was 17, Adam Anthony says, when I was 17, it was horrible. Eventually, as you live your life, you begin to understand it's honestly not a big deal. You'll be fine. Yeah, and you know, it depends too, like how bad your stuttering is. Sometimes it can be very hard. You know, sometimes you know, like some days are definitely harder than other days. You know, and some days are easier too. So I mean, it just, you know, it just depends like what stage you're at in your stuttering journey. Like when I first started this YouTube channel, I was just like so like insecure, and like I mean, I still get like I mean I still am insecure too. You know, like you know, I try not to be, but you know, I still definitely have days where I just, you know, I don't want to like talk to anyone or see anyone just because, you know, I'm embarrassed. You know, and it's not just about stuttering too though. Like it goes into other things that I'll be insecure about. So Jordan Javier says, I am 20 now and I have come a long way from being the kid that wouldn't answer the door because of my stammer. Now I see it as something that I can educate people about. Yeah. I think it's something that we can definitely, especially being on YouTube or podcast or doing, whatever you can do with social media, and that's the beauty, the power of social media, is you can really raise so much stuttering awareness, or any type of, whatever you want to, and you can reach such a huge worldwide audience. It's really awesome, and it really is an amazing feeling, like Jordan, what you were saying, when if you feel like you can answer the door again and not feel like you just, like you're just so nervous about it and everything. Eclipse C says, hi Minka, hi, how are you? Kuldip Goswami says, I'm from India. I'm also stuttering. In India, this is a huge problem. We don't have proper speech therapy. Yeah, I mean, I have heard in other countries it is a bigger problem. Like India, I know it is a bigger problem. I know in the USA, stuttering is very accepted there. So overall, people in the USA, they are very nice about it. So, I mean, unless you're like bullied or something like that, but the society around people who have speech issues or whatever, it's very, very nice. So I'm very sorry, though, that in India you're having that issue, but that's why you you can go on YouTube at least and just know that you're not alone and everything. So Jordan Hawkier says, for me, it comes from our society. If people who didn't laugh at me and put me through, then I would feel comfortable with speaking. Like I wanted to socialize, but I couldn't. Yeah, like, if you're having those experiences where people are making you feel inadequate or just making you feel bad about yourself because of your stutter, and like bullying you and laughing at you, then that can definitely be that can definitely be a huge issue for sure, and that's definitely society making you feel that way. So once again, it all depends on the experience that you have. It all depends on the specific experience that you specifically have. So I can't speak for everyone who stutters. Kuldip Goswami says, because of our huge population, we have really huge amount of stutter people. In our family, my fourth cousin also stutters. Oh wow, yeah. I will say that is one thing that I did notice was a huge audience on my YouTube channel have been people from India actually. So that honestly would make sense why there's a huge population in India that does stutter, honestly. It's really shameful. It's a really shameful moment whenever I get pause. Yeah, I understand what you mean, like you just feel like, you're just not, you're not like a real person, It's just, you just feel like you're not really, I don't really know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. You just feel just so like depressed, just hurt inside. Don't be ashamed of your stutter. Yes, it is true. Yeah, like that's one thing. It's like there's nothing to be ashamed about your stuttering. There is honestly, like everyone has something that makes them different, and ours just happens to be stuttering. So today you are looking very good. How is the pet? She is doing very well. As you can see, she's back over there. She's over there, I should say. She's sleeping, but she's doing really, really well. I'm graduating in medical engineering, and I want to do many things. I want to do masters abroad, but I'm afraid of my stuttering. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Like you definitely should continue to do though what you want to do. Like if you do want to study your masters abroad, then you should. You know, like that's one thing I was afraid of when I moved from the USA to the Netherlands. I was really nervous about the future and about things to come. I was so nervous about my stuttering, and in some ways it did. Like I was afraid to get like jobs here and stuff because of that. So. I mean, if it gives you anxiety, then don't do it, but it is good to do things that, like, if you really want to do it, then you honestly should, Like, try and think, like, if I didn't stutter, would I do this? That's a good question to ask. Ask yourself, like, what would I do if I didn't stutter, would I still want to do this? And if the answer is yes, then you should, Like, you don't want to go through your life not doing things that you wanted to do, and then at the end of your life you end up regretting these things. So I'm actually going to charge my laptop. So hold on, I'm just going to move really fast. Let's see here. It always feels really awkward, just like moving. Wait, actually I'm gonna do it right here. Hey David, is it fine if I plug in this really fast? David, can I plug this in? David, can I plug in my laptop?
No, go somewhere else.
No, because the light's really good. I'm live right now. I have knowledge and ability, so I want to do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like if there's something that you really want to do, then you should, regardless of what you like, regardless whether you do stutter or not. You don't want to be not doing anything with your life because of that, So I'm going to be on here for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go. Jordan Hakier says, did you ever think that your channel would hit over 1,000 subs? How do you feel about it? Actually, no. I was pretty surprised when my channel hit over 1,000 subs, honestly. Because I was, like one of the things I was worried is when I started my YouTube channel, I was worried that no one would watch my videos because, I thought it would be annoying to watch someone who stuttered unless someone did stutter themselves. So I was honestly like really happy about that when I did hit 1,000 subs because yeah, I was really excited, honestly. And Adam Anthony says, where do you work? What are you passionate about besides this, of course, and what is a fun hobby for you? So right now, we are actually about to move from the Netherlands to the USA. So I'm just a full-time student right now, and then I'm going to be getting a job there when I move to the USA. And Some fun hobbies I like doing. I love to bake. I love playing with makeup. I love yoga, and I love to read. So those are certain things that I like to do. Oh, and I like to spend time with my pets and my family as well. Newman Khan says, yes, stuttering is a problem for people living in India and Pakistan. Yeah, I mean, like I haven't been to Pakistan or in India, so I wouldn't know, but that's interesting to hear. I honestly didn't know that, you know. Thanks, and that's, or yeah, thanks. That feels great that I'm not alone. Yeah, so you're definitely not alone. So please don't feel like you are alone. So, was any more questions, guys? I think especially when I was younger, was when I especially felt like really shameful about my stuttering. I mean, even at like my age now, I still do. But like when I was younger, when I was in high school and everything, I still did feel shameful about it. So I think it's especially, I mean, any age you can feel shameful about stuttering, but especially when you're in high school and you're trying to date or you're trying to make friends and everything, that's when it can get like really tough. And especially when you're in jobs too, honestly, and you're the only one stuttering, and that can also make you feel like not so good. Like, why am I the only one who's stuttering, and everyone else is not stuttering? Once in life, whenever you like visit India, yeah, I think it would be fun to visit India sometime. And thanks for your good advice. You're welcome. Miss Sunshine says, my parents used to be mad when I stuttered. I was a very shy kid, very insecure, and I've been bullied too. This has been really hard. Now I try to inspire others. Yeah, like I'm once again, I think it's really sad that your parents, got mad at you when you did stutter. I can see how that would be terrible. I think it's amazing that you're able to pull through and everything. That's really inspiring. Honestly, it really is. Some of my family members have always mocked my stuttering, and others have asked, "Why do you talk like this? Do they really think it's my choice to talk with a stutter?" Yeah, I think it is really sad. Like if you are being made fun of by your family about your stuttering, that can definitely make it much harder for sure. Especially like when it's those that you love and those that you care about, are making fun of something that means so much to you. Yeah. I think that some family members may think that it is a choice that you do stutter, and I think most of them, the thing is they're not really educated about it, because you don't really you don't really learn these things in school about stuttering until you meet someone who does stutter, and then you do research about it. I do not receive phone calls till now in my life. It's really annoying. Yeah, honestly, talking on the phone can be one of the hardest things regarding stuttering. I mean, really, because when you're talking on the phone, You know, like no one can see your face, so you're pretty much just dependent on your voice. My family and friends are awesome. People, they treat me really special, and that makes me strong day by day. That's so nice to hear that your family and friends are really nice. You know, that makes a huge difference. I mean, really does. When you have a strong support system with you, it makes a massive difference. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna close this live stream right now. It was really nice talking to you all. So I will see you guys in my next video. And if you want to know about upcoming live streams, follow me on my Facebook page, which is in the description box below, and on my Instagram account. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.